Returning to my Coin Lady channel, I am pleased to see you again. I made a video that showed how a legal development in a Ripple lawsuit, not the SEC lawsuit, led to an intriguing and worrisome conversation in the XRP community. This was in relation to an upcoming trial. However, a class action case that was first filed in 2018 is the actual progenitor of the current trial. That Ripple actually came out on top in that case, it turns out. So it's not quite over, and it will bring you up to speed in the beginning of the film before jumping into the new material. All the items with the biggest ripple effect actually won, you know. However, a great deal of uncertainty pervaded the situation, which is understandable given the events leading up to the impending jury trial. A lot of XRP holders are understandably confused because the jury will be evaluating the legal status of specific transactions and how the Howey test relates to XRP. To be honest, I needed to get some answers when I saw this news. Reason being, there is an opinion expressed by an esteemed attorney who is well known in the XRP community. Additionally, he voiced his apprehension about the possibility of XRP being deemed a security in one state but not another, for example, California and New York. Another attorney in the XRP community offered some insight, and it appeared that they did not entirely agree. I will simply lay the groundwork in case someone was absent and has to be brought up to speed. I did, in fact, get to the bottom of that note. That will be addressed in the first segment of the film as soon as possible, but let it enough to state that Stewart, Chief Legal Officer of Ripple, and Brad Garland, CEO, both came out the following day, which is today. In addition, they clarified everything. And to clarify, what they're saying, and I'll quote them, is that XRP's legal standing is being affected by the events of this 2018 case, which is actually going to trial independently of the SEC litigation. The status of XRP as a legal tender remains unaffected. Allow me to elucidate the rationale for this. I am not providing financial advice and have no prior experience in the field. Please understand this before we continue. By the way, you shouldn't base any purchases or sales on what I say, okay? As a pastime and for fun, I enjoy making films on YouTube regarding crypto-related subjects. I'm just an enthusiast. Okay, so I'll take a moment to go over a few key points that will help you understand what's happening and why many in the XRP community were worried about XRP's legal standing after the latest judicial development. Thus, this is the tale of the coin desk. Part of the civil case against Ripple was dismissed yesterday by a judge in California, meaning that the remaining securities case will go to trial. So, I'll just say this, the CoinDesk headline is false. I ran over this item in my video that came out approximately 24 hours ago. They did, in fact, address the case's facts. However, the story's central theme ought to have been altered. CoinDesk, we XRP folks call them the FUD desk because that's all they do, should have framed the developments as a huge victory for Ripple, but oh well, surprise, surprise. In regards to Ripple and XRP, it doesn't matter what the story is, as long as they can misrepresent Ripple or XRP. That is their occupation. Their prejudice is obvious. In addition, members of the XRP community have made this point clear throughout my whole stay here, which began in the latter half of 2017. Oh, I'm no stranger to this place. Thus, they are simply engaging in the practice of the coin desk. Nevertheless, XRP community member attorney Fred Rispoli expressed worry notwithstanding this, and I will swiftly relay his remarks to you. So, in light of this new legal development, he stated that when the class action lawsuit filed in 2018 against Ripple in Oakland was successful, it was because of the favorable impact on the company's bottom line. The case is now headed to trial. In any case, he mentioned that the judge granted Ripple's petition for summary judgment on both the federal class claims for unregistered securities and the state law securities claims in the Oakland class action. But these victories were merely procedural. The lawsuit has taken a new turn in district court. However, the question of whether XRP constitutes a security is one that a jury will have to determine based on whether or not the cryptocurrency meets all three requirements of the Howey test, because the damages are so little and the jury could reach a terrible verdict if the plaintiff prevails in this case. it is quite probable that the plaintiff will settle before the trial even begins. In conclusion, the court has stated that it is a question of law, not of crypto world policy, as to whether XRP is a security for retail buyers on an exchange. Nevertheless, the crypto community must maintain its pressure on the federal government to pass legislation making XRP a security in California, even though it is not in New York. Thus, the majority of individuals were captivated by that final portion. According to him, XRP may be considered a security in California, but not in New York. From what I can tell, this is why XRP must undergo the Howey test. I believe I have this straight. If I'm mistaken, please let me know in the comments. However, in my opinion, this is correct. This is due to a comment that Brad Garlinghouse made in 2017 in which he declared his extreme long position in XRP. In any case, he was peddling XRP back then. I won't go into detail about it again in this video because I already gave my speech on the subject yesterday. Suffice it to say that I don't mind that he made a tidy sum from the sale of assets he had. I don't care if he sells it, it was a part of his compensation plan when he was employed at Ripple. Besides, it's none of our business. However, his claims of being long XRP were selling well. By the way, I can be long XRP and sell some of my hoard, you may do the same. This means that the two are not incompatible in any way. Finding out if unlawful securities transactions occurred is necessary before you can rule on that. That is why these deals would be subject to the Howey test. Therefore, that is the essential argument. You can see why there's still some mystery, but how about the specifics of Judge Torres's ruling? According to attorney Bill Morgan, who is also involved with the XRP community, the Howey test will be applied to the sales of XRP and not to the token itself. That is the exact argument he was attempting to make. Alright, I see now, that certainly clarifies things. However, the issue of what this meant for XRP holders continues. After asking a lot of questions on XRP-related topics on the social media platform and receiving responses from the lawyers I follow there, I did manage to get to the bottom of things, or at least to the point where I could understand if there was anything to worry about. I wouldn't exaggerate the problem here. According to this post by Mark Fagel, a former attorney for the SEC who responded to my piece and offered his thoughts on the matter. A Ripple executive is accused with securities fraud in a case that originated in California. In order to determine if XRP was marketed as a security, the court must decide whether there was fraud. However, the court will not grant the relief that the SEC is seeking in its complaint. So, even if Ripple gets a bad verdict, it might not affect them much beyond the possibility that they won't sell XRP in this jurisdiction. If you read what he wrote, you will get the main point. The California case repeats the allegations that a Ripple executive committed securities fraud. Therefore, regardless of the outcome, they have not made a decision regarding any other matter pertaining to XRP. Therefore, it would have been unlawful for them to determine that XRP could be used for certain transactions. In order for them to rule that Brad Garlinghouse said something inappropriate. That being at the district level, it would only apply to that region of California even if they did it. In any case, it makes no difference whatsoever. Bye for now, and please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel.